Hi, I'm Quinn Hogan. I'm 20 years old and I am a singer-songwriter. I started making music at a really young age. I always used to strum on a guitar or bash a piano as one would when they're younger, but I started getting more and more fascinated with it as I grew up watching Glee or American Idol. That's when I really was like, wow, I want to do this. And when I was in middle school, all I wanted to do was take a choir class. And so I worked really, really hard to free up my schedule. In my 8th grade year, I was able to take a choir class, my first one ever. And that's where I met my best friend, Rafael Lopez. And it really just took off from there. And that's when I really started loving music, and I joined a choir going into high school, and that was all I was in that year, my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, I auditioned for a musical, and that's where I met my girlfriend. I met a bunch of new friends through that, and then I was still in the same advanced choir. And then my junior year, I did musicals and theater, and then I joined a before school choir, and I was also in the highest choir that you could get into. And then my senior year, I was in the choir I was in my freshman year, the advanced choir, the morning choir, and I did everything theater based, and I took a piano class, and I was the class after mine's assistant to help that piano class. So you could say I'm a little obsessed with music. My music inspirations would have to be Harry Styles, Lauv, John Bellion, 5 Seconds of Summer, One Direction, and geez, there's so many good artists out there that I could literally just have a list of just going on and on and on, but those are hands down the people that have truly inspired me to become who I am as a songwriter and as a singer, and they 100% have influenced my sound and my music and where I want it to go. The whole process of If You Care to Listen took about a whole year to finally finish up, and it obviously came down to the 5 that you've all heard, and I had that out of about 15 songs I've written, and those were the ones that I definitely knew I wanted because they all had an emotional connection to me. And especially with that, I write from my personal experience and I write from what I learned from, and a lot of the songs have very, very deep meanings to me, and that's for me. But I also want my music to interpret to however anybody wants. So that's up for you to decide on what it makes you feel. And with producing, I absolutely loved doing that. I got to sit down with a really good friend of mine, Joseph, who sat down with me the whole time, and we literally just made each and every song separately, and it was so much fun, and I absolutely cannot wait to do that again. One of my favorite songs that I made off the EP had to be Melatonin Eyes. Just the whole sounds within it just being super spacey, and I think that it sounds like nothing I've ever heard, and that's exactly what I want. It's so hard nowadays to sound new and different because everybody's trying to copy everybody, and with that song, I think it really sticks out that it's completely different and it's exactly the sound that I'm aiming for and wanting to create more off of. The hardest song on the entire EP had to be 80s Horror Movie. We sat there for hours trying to think of how many sounds can we put in together that make beautiful music, but also challenges that and makes people go, whoa, I was not expecting that. Like, it's a very storytelling thing, so it's very lengthy and wordy and long. And when I was making it, I was actually kind of worried about that because I wanted people to enjoy it, but it was also the party song that I wanted to have. And I think it came across like that, but it was extremely hard to make, and there's a lot of in the pocket song or like lyrics that I couldn't get in, but then obviously I ended up being able to do it, and I'm really happy with how it came out, but that was the hardest one to work on. Yes, I do plan to release more music in the future. Right now, I'm just letting Eventide still sit and go, and I'm still letting If You Care to Listen be heard by people, which they're doing amazing. And I just want people to really enjoy those at the moment because I really want this album to be fully me, but I also want to have a lot of fun with it. I do have the name of it. I do have the concept. It's actually really, really cool. And I'm starting to write with a couple friends, and it's almost finished, but obviously I have to go into the recording studio and do all of the process with that. But I'm really, really excited for you all to hear this new music, and I can't wait. Honey, don't turn back. Somebody that I would love to collaborate with, and I'm pretty sure everybody's already saying the answer before I get to say it, but is Harry Styles. I think he is absolutely a genius. I love his voice. His music is beautiful, and oh my god, I would die if I would die happy if I could work with him. And a lot of people actually wouldn't know these, but I would love to collaborate with Alec Benjamin. He is an amazing artist. I'd obviously love to collaborate with Lauv and John Bellion, but I would love to work with Melanie Martinez. Like, I've been listening to a lot of her new music, K through 12, and it's really good, and I love the sounds in it, and those are just the few of the people that I would love to collaborate with. To be honest, I actually don't know what I would be doing without music. I've never actually thought of a future where I didn't have music in it. So if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, I'm pretty sure I would be going into a career that would then end up in music, whether it would be working in something or somewhere in the industry, or if I was becoming a music teacher or something like that. I would always want music in my life, and I don't see that ever disappearing anytime soon. The best advice that I was ever given was when somebody told me, you have to believe in yourself because nobody else will. And I 100% agree. Like, you have to believe no matter what that is, whether you're going into school for something like to be a doctor, or if you're becoming a teacher, or for me, like, I want to become a professional musician. It's so hard to do what I'm doing, and obviously it's hard to do anything in the world, but there are going to be those people that are like, you can't do this, you can't do this, but you have to believe, yes, you can. Like, I have days almost every day doubting myself, but then I sit back and I realize what I've already overcome and what I've accomplished, and I'm like, I have to believe in myself. Nobody else is going to but me. And obviously there are those people that are like, you're so good, and that really helps me. Honestly, like, I love hearing the feedback, and that makes me realize, yes, I am doing the right thing, and it makes me believe in myself more. I do sing in the shower. Who doesn't sing in the shower? When I'm singing in the shower, normally it's just my Apple Music playlist of all my songs on random, and whatever comes on will come on, and especially, like, let's say Shawn Mendes, In My Blood comes on, I'm jamming out to that as if I'm at the concert. And then If I Could Fly by One Direction, that could come on, and I'll just be like, if I could fly, I'll be coming right back home to you. and just imagining if I was them or if I was performing that myself at my own concert. So things coming up in my life, I have surgery on my throat, which I'm kind of nervous for, but not too much, and then I'll be out for a few weeks, which isn't too bad, but I won't be able to talk or sing or anything, so I'm going to be forcing myself to learn guitar. I do play a little bit, but I want to get better, and so I'm really going to be grinding on that, and because I really want to be able to play guitar on my album and really hear me. And besides that, I'm working on the album. You've all heard that. I have a couple singles finished, and I'm working on going in the studio and recording them and getting those out for you all. I just can't believe all of this, and I just want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you watching this, that listen to my music, support me, follow me on all my platforms. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't do this without you, and I love every single one of you so much. And even though I only have 1,000 followers, I think it's 1,152 or something, and they keep going down and they go back up, I love every single one of you, and you guys support me so much, and this dream of mine would not be coming true without you guys. So thank you so much, and that 1,000 equals 1,000,000 to me. Thank you.